Monday with Tampa Tony. Let's go. Tampa Tony's here. That is got to be your new one of the golf gurus, by the way. Got to say that. Oh yeah, we're gonna capitalize on that stuff, buddy. We just got to keep it going. You know, there's no when you start on a roll, there's a lot of pressure to continue. You know, I know. So I've been doing hockey for 2 years, and it's been rough, man. All right. We're brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company. Last minute betting, your quick fix for sports betting with me and Mike. Mike, how you doing? You look
good.
serious.
I'm good.
Better start smiling now. Tony's got all kinds of bangers coming our way. You know
I like that.
I do too. I'm ready for him. I'm ready to hit another parlay. A Tony parlay is always a good thing, even on a Monday.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
It doesn't matter what day.
Doesn't matter what day it is, a Tony parlay is always a great thing. Tony, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to let you start off here so you can start patting yourself on the back for the golf, and then we'll rip you apart with the hockey. Go ahead.
Well, first I'll pat us all on the back because the last 2 times I've been on the show, we've hit a plus 550 NBA combined parlay. And then last week we hit the plus 310 MLB parlay. So
Okay.
we're rolling on last minute betting. We're rolling with the golf gurus. For every PGA Tour event, we give out 5 outrights, top 5s, 10s, and 20s. And we hit on Tony Finau outright, and we had him in the top 5 on our video for the Mexico Open. So that's a big one there. And then I also try to give out at least 5 to 10 outrights for each live golf tournament. So that was in Singapore this weekend, and Taylor Gooch went back to back. And at a plus 1,200, I got him at for the outright winner there. And I hit him last week as well. So I do throw out a few different outrights, but that's how you do bet golf. That's how you make money is you pick a few that you like. You throw a unit or whatever you like on each of them. And then if one of them hits, you're in the green for the weekend. And we've been looking good with the golf gurus. So we're going to keep it rolling this weekend at the Wells Fargo. Max Homa, defending champion.
There you go. There you go. I love it. Now, Mike, let's.
And we don't need to talk about hockey.
Oh, yeah, we do. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we do. Mike, what a disgusting. First of all, hang on. Why in the hell is Jim Montgomery playing Swayman in Game 7 when he's got Ullmark, who arguably is the best goalie in the league? And that first goal that Swayman gave up, Ullmark does not give up that goal.
Yeah, the 5-hole.
Yeah. Why? On a backhand from just past the face-off dot. Come on. It's a backhand. Mike, how can you play? Why are you not going with your ace? I don't get it.
I mean, I don't know. I can't understand that decision. I think you got to go with your best goaltender. I understand he made a terrible mistake, but you got to live with it and hope that he's got even more motivation to bounce back after that, right? So why take him out? It's Game 7. It's one thing if it's Game 3, Game 4, whatever, but this is Game 7, season on the line. Now's not the time to try to make a statement or punish a guy for one mistake when he's a big part of the reason you've been here. Now, Swayman has been good, but you can't throw him to the Wolves Game 7 when Florida has all the momentum. Your goalie, Ullmark, has every motivation to have a bounce-back performance. It makes no sense. But unfortunately, Bob, the Bruins join a list of other teams and other sports that have the best record in their sport for the regular season. You got Golden State, 73 wins in the NBA, don't win a title. The Patriots, 16-0 in the NFL, don't win a title. You've got the Mariners, best record in baseball, don't win a title. Now the Boston Bruins, they join that same company, and only for them, they're out in the first round.
And the curse of the President's
Trophy winner. Yeah, it's been a curse.
It's been a curse. It's unbelievable. And I can't believe on top of that, so now a number 8 beats a 1. And let's face it, Florida barely got in. And then a number 7 gets rid of the defending Stanley Cup champions. And then the other team that was in the Stanley Cup finals last year, Tampa Bay, loses. I mean, this is wide open. And Mike said Vegas and Carolina at the beginning of the year, Tony. That's not looking bad right now, huh?
That's a great pick. I didn't even know that you had that. But, yeah, the Swayman-Ullmark thing last night, I was texting with my dad, of course, back in Boston and some buddies. They were saying local sports radio was saying he was hurt, making all these excuses for why Swayman was in the game. But you got to go with Ullmark there. If Montgomery was going to go with what he was doing all year, he should have put Swayman in game 2 or game 3 and kind of flip-flopped like he did the whole season. And they play well. They play great off of each other. But I'm getting crushed in hockey this playoffs. We're fully transparent here, of course, and we do win a lot on the show. And I had a great April, but I had the Lightning, I had the Bruins, I had the Avalanche. So 1, 2, 3, and you're out there. Strike 3. So I have a pick for tonight. But I don't even want to say it out loud.
Okay, well, don't. Rangers money line.
Well, we'll get into that one here in a bit, but we certainly have we've have a lot that has happened in these playoffs that we didn't expect. I did think Toronto would win. I did expect Dallas to win that first series. Didn't expect Seattle to beat Colorado. Didn't expect Boston to lose. But those things happen in the NHL. You know, you see a 1 beat. I mean, you saw the Kings, an 8 seed, win the Stanley Cup the one year. It can happen. I'm not saying it will this year, but upsets happen a lot in the NHL playoffs. And, you know, it's just part of it. I mean, you had a 1 beat or an 8 beat a 1 in the NBA as well.
Right. Absolutely. Now, I'm going to throw one at you. Okay. Mm-hmm. A couple of things at you guys, because you know how much of a homer I am. Ex-Blues, 2019 Stanley Cup Blues. Ryan O'Reilly on Toronto. Mackenzie McEachern on Carolina. Alex Pietrangelo and Ivan Barbashev on Vegas. Jaden Schwartz and Vince Dunn on Seattle. That could be your final 4 teams. And don't be surprised if that doesn't happen, because Seattle, with the way Grubauer's playing, guys, he's playing really, really good. He made some saves last night that he took some shots up here on the shoulder that were really hard, and he just stands in there and gets after it. So,
yeah, that Seattle-Dallas series will be interesting. I don't know that I'm willing to jump on Seattle yet. But you know, you're kind of scared to go against them because they just knocked out Colorado, defending Stanley Cup champions. But I don't know if they can ride this momentum here with Dallas. Now Dallas has home ice. Seattle's been outstanding on the road this year, so maybe home ice is meaningless in this situation. But I mean, you're definitely going to have good value on the Kraken most of this series. I mean, Dallas is going to be favored to win. I do think it's at least a 6-game series, probably.
Well, I got to ask you a question, Mike. Are you backing the Kraken?
I'm not. I'm actually not. And maybe I'm going to maybe I'm slacking.
Part of your
maybe I'm slacking on not backing the Kraken, but I think Dallas and their experience and their style of play can win and control this game. They have Ottinger in net, who I know Grubauer's playing well, but I do like Ottinger and the way he has played. I think that Dallas ultimately gets the job done, but Probably not a short series, probably 6 games. Wouldn't be surprised if it went 7. That's how these things go a lot.
Don't be surprised. Another game 7 tonight after 2 game 7s last night. That's what the Stanley Cup playoffs are all about. And here we go. There's Neil Green. Good day. Go Leafs, go. Alan's here. What's up, Alan? Adam, hello. How you doing? Stephen Batsa, good evening. Alan, Embiid is out tonight.
Yep.
Tobias Harris, PRA, hammer.
I like that.
I'm with you. It's really, this is going to be an interesting game. And I love this. Adam McLean cracking a cold one,
Mike. Some water.
Cheers.
So, with that being said, Embiid out tonight. What the heck's wrong with him, guys? Tony, you know?
I'm not sure what that whole trust the process end game is there. I mean,
it's a knee issue. I mean, that's
it doesn't look like. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's definitely ruled out tonight. I mean, it doesn't look like he's going to be very effective in this series. And I just don't know how many years the Sixers have with this core here. I mean,
right.
Yeah, it's a sprain in his LCL.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, they're gonna rest him as long as they need to, and they probably think, we just need to win one in Boston, possibly, not even necessarily. You could probably afford to lose both in Boston, and if you get a healthier Embiid back for Game 3, protect your home court the way it's set up, you should be able to afford to maybe go down 0-2, although it's not, necessarily something you want to do, but you'd rather have Embiid when he's 100% healthy than force him back one of these first 2 games. Then he re-aggravates it, and then he's out for the series, but that's kind of the game you play with these things. You may regret not bringing him back, because he may have been able to play and give you something, and you could have stole home court, but that's the gamble that they're willing to take, and we'll see.
Are you guys surprised at Miami?
Sure. I mean, a little bit. They're playing like the team you thought they would have been the majority of the season, finally. But it's definitely a surprise that they were able to. Look, they got embarrassed by the Hawks in that play-in game, that first one. Right. So that was tough. But Jimmy Butler banged up now. That's a killer. That's a killer for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Of course, that Bucks series surprised me, and then with Tyler Hero going out, even more so.
Yeah.
But I do like the Heat's matchup against the Knicks, and I did pick them on the money line at plus 170 yesterday. So if they can get a couple more games in the series like that, I do like their matchup against New York here.
Did you that make up for your Boston loss?
No, nothing made up for my Boston loss. I had 40 golf picks this weekend and hit on a lot of them, and I still lost money because of the Bruins.
Wow, you had a lot of money on the Bruins, dude.
Yeah, I need to learn my units for my hometown teams. I need to bet more with my head with my hometown teams than my heart.
Yeah, I agree with you 100. Into any more betting, which, by the way, earlier, guys, Jokic PRA was on the positive EV page as an over in Canada at 48.5. It was on
Who's driving?
It was on an under in the US at 47.5. Anytime I see Jokic and an over, and now I know
Jamal Murray's been
eating
into that. If Jamal Murray keeps playing like he's playing, you may not see as many overs on Jokic on PRA. So something to look out for when you're looking for that right now, because if Jamal Murray continues to play like this, you got to ride it.
Take Jamal Murray's over.
Well, yeah, but that was an under on the positive EV page earlier today.
Well,
so we'll see what happens.
I'd roll with the value on those because, it's hard to say who's going to be the guy.
Right.
Is it going to be Murray? Is it going to be Jokic? I mean, Jokic is going to get your rebounds and assists, obviously, but he's going to at least need, some points to carry that high of a PRA, close to 20, at least, unless he gets a gobload of rebounds, which could happen.
And then you got KD, who was on an over today, PRA. So there's a lot of stuff that, the only thing is you have to remember with Jokic, and I know it's the playoffs, but he hit almost 70% of the time his PRA went over this year, which is an insane amount, just insane. All right, what do we got? Where are we going next? Mike, you don't have a parlay, I know.
Yo, sure I do.
You do?
Of course I do.
You do. What? Of course
I do. Heck? I got us a couple of options. You can tail me or you can fade me, right?
All right. I'm going to fade you. But go ahead.
You can and see if it works out in your favor. If it makes you some money, you can thank me later, Either way, you're going to be thanking me, right?
Oh, he's got the Devils in the under. Woo!
I've also got Devils money line, Bob. Look, they have taken 3 out of the last 4 games in this series. They technically have the momentum. They let that last game slip away with all those penalties. I think that, the goaltender for them has stepped up. He's 3-1 in this series so far. So that should help us out with our next pick as well. And like I said, look at how things have been going. Teams with experience right now have not been getting the job done. The Rangers, a heavy favorite coming in for most that thought they'd have a chance of getting to the Stanley Cup Finals. And you certainly thought if Boston goes out, that's going to make the Rangers' path even easier. But I think New Jersey gets the job done here tonight on the money line. And then, yes, I took the under for this game. I think that we see a defensive style game. Devils backup goaltender here has been solid in net. You got Shesterkin and his experience. So I think we see a low scoring game, and I've got the under and I've got Devils money line, Bob.
Okay. So I did my video and I got Rangers money line and the under. So there you go.
Well, there you go. We're on the under. So either
ATM now will no longer mean at the moment. Alan says, always tell Mike.
Sometimes, yes, Alan.
STM.
STM. Sometimes tell Mike. All right. Okay. All right, Mike. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. Part of me thought, the Rangers are probably going to win this game, right? But I thought the same thing about Colorado. I thought last night, Boston, I figured they'd win. I didn't pick them. I didn't bet them. But I pretty well assumed, I thought, I think Colorado will take care of Seattle, and I think Boston will take care of Florida. And neither one of them happened. So I thought tonight, well, if I'm betting this one, I'm going to go with what I think, the opposite of what I think is going to happen, because that's what I did last night, and it would have worked in my favor had I done that, So
okay. Well, so far, those 2019 ex-Blues won against Colorado, and now we got a 2019 ex-Blue on the Rangers. So that's what I'm going with, man.
And that's picking with your heart still. So
no, that's my angle. That's my edge.
That's not an edge. That's an absurd idea.
Well, you know what? What if it happens?
Well, then great. I don't think it's because there was an ex-Blues player on the team, though.
Automated Tony machine, too.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
All right. Let's, Tony, you got a parlay you wanting to give me and that I can put together? And are we going to try to all three do a parlay for tonight?
Of course.
Absolutely. We'll do both of those.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's go with you first, and I'm going to share my screen and see what you got here for me.
Well, I was going to say, if all those Blues players were still on the Blues, they'd be a pretty solid team there. It's kind of like kind of like Oakland, I saw a stat where, and we're going to baseball, by the way, so that's why I'm bringing up Oakland. If
Okay.
a few of their players like Matt Olson, Matt Chapman, all of their stats on the other teams this year are more than the entire Oakland A's roster, and there's only 3 or 4 players doing that. So Oakland's rough, so we're definitely not ever going to be on them on last minute betting this season. But
Okay.
we're on the Blue Jays money line tonight. So
Okay.
I like Berrios tonight. I mean, he's facing Kluber. Berrios had a rough World Baseball Classic, a rough last season, but he's had a solid start to this year. So since we are doing a parlay and we are going to throw a couple legs in there, we are taking the Blue Jays tonight on the money line.
Okay. Let me add this. As you can see right here, folks, that little dollar sign says add to parlay, and we do that. And this little dollar sign up here turns purple. We got one leg in there now. What you got next?
We're going to Yankee Stadium tonight. And we are not on the Yankees. We're going to go Cleveland run line plus 1.5.
Ooh.
So since we are on a parlay, the odds for that, a solo pick by itself, aren't great. But if you add it into a parlay, it'll juice up those odds a little bit.
Let's add it.
So
let's see where we're at after 2 picks.
Let's see where
and we're at plus 159 right now, which is even with the penny line on DraftKings. Okay. I'm guessing you got a third leg.
Of course I do. So third leg, we'll go for a total. We've got a money line. We've got a run line. We'll go for a total. Let's go to the Dodgers game. So it's a small baseball slate tonight, but of course we're still dropping a 3-leg parlay. And we're gonna go under in this game. I have it at 9 or 8.5, whatever you prefer.
Well, 8.5 is going to give us more options.
Yep, I like 8.5.
All right, let's do it. Added to the parlay. I bet you this is going to be a good one.
So we got a total, a spread, and a money line in baseball tonight for our parlay. It was all money lines last week. We're switching it up this week.
Plus 408 on Caesars. Let's add it. I'm going to hit it right now. And then we'll go to our parlay here in a bit after Mike does a little positive EV. Is that fair enough, guys?
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Let's jump into it here and see what's out here that we can hit.
Okay.
Last minute.
I'm logging into Caesars right now.
Yeah, 408. That's good. That'll be right in between our 500 and 300.
Yeah,
we need a plus 400 on our resume.
Yes, we do. We're collecting plus odds parlays.
We've almost got everything up to 790 or whatever that first one was.
Yeah,
that was a crazy one.
On flip, minus 105 on Tatum over 4.5 assists looks pretty good. Heavily juiced on a lot of books and favored. Probably a big night for Tatum and Brown, I would say. Could be a big night for Boston all the way around. But that one definitely looks solid. Also on flip, Michael Porter Jr. over 23.5 PRA minus 110 looks really good. You could probably still snag that at that value, favored on every book pretty much. So I would jump on that one as well. And let's see if there's anything else out here that I really, really, really like.
I actually jumped on that Michael Porter play about an hour ago. That's a good play.
Yeah, that's a solid one. I'll take Durant on a PRA over. It's minus 110. Pretty well favored on a lot of books. So average odds minus 124. FanDuel, DraftKings, the penny line heavily favoring it. So I already locked that one in. That's on BetMGM. Like that. There is value on a Jokic over on his points, minus 105. Definitely probably lock that one in for half of a unit. So move over to BetMGM and take that. chances are if he does have 25.5 points, he probably does go over on his PRA, to be honest.
Yeah.
But, we'll see. If you did have value on his under PRA, roll with both of them, see what happens, I guess. But that looks like about it that I'm going to hit right now. I'll refresh one more time. On Fliff, Tyrese Maxey over 3.5 assists looks, it's minus 102 for average odds. You can get plus 130 on this play. So if you're looking for a nice plus odds banger, that's probably a good one. Maxey's gonna have to do a lot tonight and beat out. He'll have to be one of the main focal points of tonight. So expect him to maybe dish out some. And that's going to do it, Bob, for last minute here that we're going to hit.
So Jokic right now, I'm looking at BetMGM. He's 47.5 is minus 115 over and minus 115 under. So let me share my screen again because I'm really curious about this. Honest to God, there was an over in Canada. I left it alone this morning, guys, when I saw it, and I was on a call with a customer when the under hit because I thought maybe that it would wind up turning into an over in eventuality. So let me show you how I do this, folks. I went to NBA, clicked on this game, click the markets, and let's go to the PRAs right here. This is a nice way to go about and check out what the numbers are. PRA numbers are very important. And there we go. He's at 47.5. And you can see some of, Bet Rivers has got 48.5 and PointsBet has 48.5. Most everybody else is at 47.5. I got to be honest with you guys. I've rode this so many times throughout the year that I don't know if I can resist. I've got to do it. I'm going over.
Okay.
I have to.
Can't argue with it.
It's made me too much money. All right.
That's what I said about the Bruins last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Okay.
It's going to take a few days to get over that one.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, man. But I never really liked the Bruins anyway, so it's no sweat off my back. I'm going first. I'm going first tonight, and I'm putting you guys on the spot because there's not a lot to choose from. So I'm taking the Nuggets -4 and adding it to a parlay. So,
okay.
Mike or Tony, who wants next?
It doesn't matter, I guess.
Go for it, Mike.
Yeah, I'll sneak one in here.
Okay.
I'll go with the Cubbies on the money line tonight. I'll take the Cubbies on the money line. They got to get back on track. Lost 3 in a row. Washington's the team to do that against.
All right. Let's see what that puts us at. Plus 236. Tony, you're up, bro.
All right, I'm gonna juice this one up a bit. For those of you that watch Morning Coffee with Bob, the whole gang's always in there dropping comments and picks in the section, and I'm gonna add one in there that I like because it is my favorite type of bet, and it's the Reds first 5 plus a half.
I knew it.
And that's at plus money actually, which not a lot of plus a halves ever are. Because plus a half means that if the game's tied, you still cash. So you don't normally get really any team plus a half at plus money. And the Reds on the first half run line are juicy today. So
let me show you how to get there, folks. See, that's a little drop down here by main market. Just go right here. Scroll down until you see first half run line. And we will go to Cincinnati plus 0.5, add it to the parlay. And what is this going to juice us to? Oh, my goodness. Plus 648 on DraftKings.
We need a plus 600 one, too. Let's hit that.
We'll get a plus 400 and a plus 600. There you go. All right. Well, I got to go lock this in on DraftKings.
There you go.
For sure. Now, you guys, do we want to do a prize picks tonight?
I'll take a look and see if there's anything out here for us to add real quick. I'm going to check the fantasy screen. And there's certainly some plays out here.
Okay. Hang on a second and let me get these locked in because I got to have this. I'm betting these as we speak, guys. Reds. I just got to find first half run line in that.
Yep, and that was a positive EV play on the OddsJam page last night.
Right. Okay. There it is. First 5 innings is what they call it there. And we got it. And we'll hit it right now. God, I'm good. All right. That's already added to the bet tracker so I can clear these picks out. And I'm going to stop sharing, Mike. And I'm going to go ahead and pull my prize picks up. Log in. And anytime you're ready, looking for a place.
Yeah, I'm ready now. First one we'll take a look at is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. over 0.5 runs. That one.
Blue Jays money line.
Yep, we need that. And the next one we'll add to that Blue Jays. Bo Bichette over 1.5 player bases.
Yep, I like that.
Okay. Total bases.
Bo Bichette's been raking.
Okay, got it.
So we got 2.
We got 2.
Michael Porter Jr. over 23.5 PRA. We saw that on the positive EV page. Looks solid.
I like that.
Okay. Over 23.5 PRA.
Over 23.5 PRA.
Okay, got it.
The next one we'd be double dipping on Bo Bichette over 0.5 runs. I'm curious if
you can't do that on
exactly. So we've got it. Yeah, Bob. Let me finish, bro.
Okay, bro.
Yeah.
When did you become my bro?
You made me lose my train of thought. Do we go with Bregman over 0.5 runs? I mean, because I don't
mind that.
I don't mind it either.
I like that Patrick Wisdom play since we're on the Cubs. He's been.
Yeah. So let's add Bregman and Wisdom, and that'll give us 5.
Okay. Bregman's over on runs.
Bregman and Wisdom are Wisdom's over on bases. Bregman's over on runs.
Okay. Patrick Wisdom.
Yeah, those total bases bets are great.
Yeah, they are. I like those a lot better than the runs.
Same.
Definitely.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, player strikeouts and batter total bases are the best MLB player props, in my opinion.
And player outs.
Yeah, those are good too.
Definitely. All right. So I get to share my screen then, don't I?
You do.
Cool. I'm going to do it. I'm going to remove you.
There you go. You're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Show the people what we've got.
Let's give it to them right now. I got to find my entries. And here we go. Vlad Jr. over on runs. 0.5. Bo Bichette over 1.5 bases. Michael Porter Jr. over 23.5 PRA. Alex Bregman over on runs. Got to get one. He's just got to score once. And Patrick Wisdom, he's just got, if he gets a base hit, he's got it. That's all we need. We'll do it, man. That would be great. That would be $50 in my pocket. And along with the other parlays that we are going to hit. And let's review real quick the parlays that we have. I guess I better go ahead and continue to share. Sorry, guys.
Scott, do you see Porter hitting 3 threes tonight? That's a tough one. I mean, I could see it. It's just it's a you got Jokic and with Murray being a big part of it. I mean, here's the thing: we're over on his PRA, so maybe you assume that he will hit some threes, and you roll with that. So I'd say I don't dislike it.
All right, let's go. Tony parlay is the Guardians plus 1.5 on the run line. The Dodgers and Phillies under 8.5 total runs, and the Blue Jays on the money line. The last minute betting parlay between the three of us is Denver -4 in the NBA, the Cubs on the money line in baseball, and the Cincinnati Reds plus a half a run, first half run line. Folks, that is covering all the bases. I'm telling you right now, that is covering all the bases.
That's about as good as you're going to get right there for versatility and not to mention kind of a light slate, not a lot. One hockey game, handful of baseball games, just a couple of NBA games, I think we did the people a good service.
I do too. Tony, question. We're going to try to put out golf picks by Wednesday.
Yep.
Right? Okay.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. We'll put them out so you can drop them on last minute betting on Wednesday night.
Nice. So where we're at here is this is a pretty big field. Okay. I mean, it was some really good players on the PGA. Still getting used to Live. I'll bet some more, but I'm still getting used to them guys walking around in shorts. That's just saying. All right.
The money's still green.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. It was nice for that green money. Way to go, Taylor and Cam Smith and Brooks Koepka. I had all three of them. I had Koepka top 5. I had Cam top 10.
Nice.
So I hit all that stuff, man.
That's awesome.
I made good money. All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Have a good night. Let's go Rangers, Alan. That's right. Steven's going to say the same thing, man. Scott, good to see you. Good to see you. Adam, Neil, everybody, have a great night.